But what I really want to talk to you guys about is the 75 Hard Challenge. So I found it on Instagram maybe like 2 months ago, and I haven't come out and like actually talked to you guys about why I'm doing it. People behind the scenes know why. But I wanted to share it with you because I think it's a really cool challenge, especially for people that either A, want to push themselves, or B, are really struggling to commit to themselves and a healthy routine. But I think you have to have a pretty powerful why behind this challenge because it is so intense. And I don't know that I would necessarily say that it's like a great weight loss plan. I don't know. I would never do it for weight loss. It's much more of like a mental challenge. But I saw this challenge on Instagram. I was looking for new ways to challenge myself. I think when you get into like maintenance and you're just trying to like keep yourself in check, it gets challenging. You know, when you're like trying to lose weight, you have like a goal system in place. Like, okay, I need to lose the next 5 pounds. But then like when you don't need to lose weight anymore, sometimes it's hard to keep going. So for me, I'm always on the lookout for like new weird challenges that I can not only do myself, but that I can encourage other people to do. So I saw this challenge, 75 Hard. There's a podcast on it. It's a very curse-filled podcast, so don't listen to it around your kids. But I saw the hashtag, and I started following people on Instagram that were doing this challenge, and here's what it is. It's 75 consecutive days, and the challenge is super specific, and there's no leeway as far as, like, you can't swap things out. So the first thing is a gallon of water every day, which is a super healthy habit to have and not something that I really struggle with. I love water, not a problem for me, but for a lot of people, that's like the hardest part of this challenge. The second part is 10 minutes of reading, not audiobooking. That's super hard for me. Of a personal development, self-development book, something that's going to help you become a better person, build confidence, or learn something new, right? Like not like 50 Shades kind of reading, like an actual intentional reading, 10 minutes, that's it. The third component is follow a clean nutrition plan. And I love this part of the challenge because it's interpretive. So like whatever you are following as far as a nutrition plan, as long as you really believe and it is healthy for you, then it fits really well with this. So I've been following the 2B Mindset, which is another one of our programs that we offer with my company, for 2 years, and it really, really works well because it's not restrictive in the fact that you can have second helpings, you can really feel full and healthy and satisfied and all that stuff, but I've eliminated the things for me that I usually limit. So like I've eliminated alcohol, I've eliminated like crappy sweets and cakes and ice creams and fried foods, things that I would normally have once in a while. I'm just not having those. But I like that you can customize, and I was talking to somebody on Instagram this morning about this actually, about how it's nice that you can figure out what nutrition plan works for you using the 75 Hard. When you listen to his podcast, he'll talk about how he was trying to drop body fat, and so he followed like this really, really strict nutrition plan. That's not where I started, and I'm not doing it to lose weight. I'll tell you why I'm doing it in a second. So it's follow a nutrition plan and no crap. And you know what it is. Like, you know that alcohol is not something that is good for you. And even if you enjoy it in moderation or in balance normally, the point of the 75 Hard is to learn discipline. And not only that, I think it's about learning to define and defend your goals in a social setting. So like yesterday was Thanksgiving, and I had, of course, those people that were asking questions about, you know, you're not eating dessert, or like, because normally now I do eat dessert. And so I had to explain that, like, well, I'm not, but it's not because I want to lose weight or I'm doing, like, it's just, I have a goal to help my mom through something. And so I'm committing to something that challenges me, that feels really hard, to prove that people can do hard things in general. So the last thing is 1 post a day to social media, so that you can look back at your 75 and you can kind of have like a flip journal for yourself. And that's it. Like, so it's really not that. Oh wait, no, I lied. The hardest part of the challenge for me, the hardest part, not 1, but 2 45-minute workouts every day for 75 days. Now, don't let that scare you away from this challenge, because a workout could be a walk with your dogs. A workout could be yoga. A workout could be something low intensity. A workout could be a spinning class. Whatever it is, doesn't matter. 45 minutes, twice a day, but one has to be outside, like no matter what. That was the kicker for me. And I started looking at this challenge, like I said, like a while ago on Instagram, and I could never find the reason to do it, like pull the trigger. Like I knew I wanted to do it at some point, but then I live in Buffalo. It's freezing here in the winter, and the cold actually hurts me. Like it's the most uncomfortable feeling for me to be cold. I hate every minute of being cold everywhere. Like there's nothing about me that likes the outside in the winter. So when I first looked at the challenge and I saw it, I was like, well, maybe I'll do it in April because that would be easier. Like that's not the point of the challenge. So on October 20th, I think, we ended up taking my mom in for some support. And I've been sharing a little bit about mental health awareness and, you know, trying to take the stigma off of sharing about it, sharing what it feels as a caretaker to somebody who's really struggling. But not only that, maybe making it more approachable for people that are struggling to ask for help, that are struggling with mental illness, mental health issues. So I decided a couple weeks ago, 10 days ago, that as a way to help motivate and connect with my mom, who is really, really struggling with something hard, something that is challenging her to get out of bed every day and, you know, really work on herself, that the only way that I could join her is if I did something hard too, because I don't have that struggle. I don't have that illness. I don't have that challenge in my life. So she just kept saying to me, like, I just don't want to be alone. I feel so alone. And I thought, well, how can I join somebody that feels alone when I'm not in their shoes? And this was the only thing I could think of. So I had bracelets made for us, and I shared that the other day as just a token to remind ourselves that we can do hard things. And I look at it every day, and I encourage her to look at it every day. And I think it's super cool. I think it's cool that we can challenge ourselves as a way to support other people, and we can share our stories as a way to help other people get started or maybe inspire them to keep going. And we can be honest and authentic and say, like, it is not easy to get up every day and work on yourself. It is not easy to get up every day and support other people who are wanting to work on themselves. But it's possible if we challenge ourselves and we continue to push forward. So I just wanted to come and share, you know, a little bit about what the challenge is, why I'm doing it, some of the tools that are helping me get through it for those that are interested in actually doing it for themselves. It's going to be taxing on your body. It's going to be taxing on your mindset. But I think at the end of the challenge, it's going to be worth it. And the only other thing with that 75 hard is if you miss a day or miss a component of a day, the real challenge is you have to start over from day one. Like if you're on day 68 and you forget to read or you miss a workout, you're supposed to start over on day one. So yesterday I did my workout outside and I just streamed. So right now I have my workout set up and I'm getting ready to go. Oh, well, you can't see it, but that's my workout program. Number one is supporting half of this, right? But I still have to be creative to get outside for the other part. And it's definitely challenging. So I just wanted to share, like I said, I hope you guys had an awesome Thanksgiving, headed into a really challenging season ahead of me for our family between this challenge for myself and what's going on with mom. You know, the holidays is probably one of the toughest times to take on one of these types of challenges. And Mark keeps saying, like, you're crazy. Why are you doing this now? And I thought, well, my mom didn't get to choose her hard time of life. Like, why do we always try to make it so easy for ourselves? That doesn't teach anything. You know, that doesn't teach us how to survive the hard times if we only dial it in when life is easy. Of course it's easy when life is easy. Of course this would be easier to do in April when there's no holidays and all that stuff. So push yourselves, guys. Like, we're heading into the final month of 2019 and I'm really excited to end it probably in the best shape of my life. And, you know, I know that anybody can do that. So if you're interested, hey, Bridget, my cousin's on here watching. She actually is joining us. We've had a couple people in Next Level actually start to take on the 75 hard for themselves. And that's cool. Like, I think that's a cool ripple to have, you know, to turn something that could really have broken me into something positive so that I stay strong enough to get through it with her that's awesome. So we'll see you guys soon. Have a great day.